That's about the if, else if, or maybe else. Okay, now let's try to understand about the for loops. Okay, or no, very first let's try to understand the switch case. Okay, so now see here, let's suppose here we have two conditions, right? That the if percentage is greater than 35, student will be passed. If percentage greater than or is equal to 35, then student will be passed. Let's suppose if we have some more conditions here, let's suppose 10 or 15 conditions. Okay, then it will be very much difficult, or the code will not be in much readable format. Okay, so they have introduced one more concept which will do the same work like this if, else if, else if, else if. Okay, so what is that concept? We call it as a switch statement. Okay, so now let's understand how that switch work. Okay, so very first let me just remove all the things and come to my Keytone. Okay, so here see all these things are done, the switch statement. Okay, now if I go to the next slide, see here, switch means what? We have the switchboard, right? And in the switchboard, if you see, we have different buttons here. Okay, for each button dedicated task is there. Let's suppose here this is our the first one is for the fan. If I press this button, then maybe your fan will get started. Okay, then if I press the second button, this one, maybe your TV will get on. Okay, if I press the third button, then maybe any other equipment in your home will get started. Okay, so each button in your switch have the dedicated start or dedicated task. Okay, let's suppose here you have kept your charger, and if you press this button, then maybe your mobile charger will get started. Okay, so same way we have the switch statement in our Java. In the switch statement also, here you have the buttons. So let's suppose here we have 8 buttons. Okay, so same way in the switch statement also we have the cases, different cases. Okay, so here for the button 1, if you press the button 1, maybe your fan will start. Same way, if your first case is matched in the switch, then maybe whatever you have written in the case, that case will get satisfied. Okay, then if you start the second button or press the second button, then your TV will get start, right? For this button your mobile will get start. For the this one, maybe laptop charging will be there. Okay, so same, the concept is there like the switches in our home. The same concept in the Java is for the switch statement also. Okay, now let's understand how we can write that one. Okay, so very first if I go here, and let's just remove these things. So see here, let's suppose, okay, so switch statement, let's understand what is the syntax of the switch. Okay, so here you have to use the switch keyword. Inside the switch, here you have to pass the choice or option. Okay, so choice or option means that buttons. Okay, let's suppose there we had 8 buttons. Now if you press 1, it will start the fan. So same way here you have to send the choice or the option. Okay, so here let's suppose you have to take one variable, maybe int choice, and if you write it as a true or 2, okay, then this is the switch case. After that here we will be having different cases. So let's suppose here I have case 1. Okay, so this case 1, maybe if you are let's understand, or let's assume that the case 1 means your first button, okay, of your switch. So if you are pressing the first button, then maybe your fan will get started. So here I will just print fan. Okay, and then you have to break. Okay, after that you can write the another case, maybe case 2. So if user press the second button, then maybe your TV will get started. Okay, then you have to break it. So same way here you can actually write the multiple cases. Okay, and at the last you have to write one default case as well. Why we write this default case? Because let's suppose user is entering some invalid input. Okay, or maybe if from that switch if you have not pressed anything, then nothing will work, right? So that case you can just write one default case, and here you can just print some message here like invalid option or invalid choice, that way. Okay, and here also you need to break. Okay, so this way you can write the switch cases. So see here, very first let's suppose this is the input. Okay, so here we have inputted the choice as a 2, so here the choice will go as a 2. Then in the case it will check, here we have case 1, you have passed the input as a 2, so this 1 is not equals to 2, so this case will not get executed. Then it will check for the second case, so here we have the case 2, so this 2 and this 2 match, so it will come inside this case, it will print TV, and then here we have breaked it. Okay, so break means what? It will not go to the next case, immediately your program will get stopped. Okay, or it will come out of your switch. Okay, and then you will get the output only as a TV. Okay, so now let's do it in in this program. Okay, so very first let's just do the same thing. Now let's suppose here I have to provide the choice, so I have taken one integer variable choice, and here maybe choice is 2. Then we have to write switch, here you need to pass the choice. Okay, after that you have to write different cases. Okay, so let's suppose here I have case 1, and this case 1 is for the fan, so I will just print fan, and then you have to break it. Okay, after that you can write the another case 2. So this case 2 is for TV, so here I will print TV, then maybe you can break. After that the same way you can write the another case. Okay, so case 3, so this 3 or this option 3 or the third button may be for your mobile, so I will just print mobile, and here we can just break. Okay, now if user is entering other than this 1 2 3, then maybe we will write one default case, and here we can just write please enter valid input. Okay, and after that you can just break. Okay, now if we save here, and here we have passed the input as a 2, so in the switch this 2 will come, case 1 will not get satisfied, so it will come to the case 2 and it will print TV, and here you have returned the break, so it will immediately come out of this switch. Okay, if we save this and execute, you will get the output as a TV. Okay, so let's see here, you are getting the output as a TV. Okay, but now let's suppose if you don't write the break. Okay, let's understand the importance of this break statement. Okay, now let's suppose you don't keep this break statement, Okay, now if I save and execute the program, you will see the difference in the output. Okay, see here you are able to see TV, then mobile, and then please enter valid input. Why? Because see here, you have passed the choice as a 2, so here your choice will get matched, it will come inside, it will just start your TV. Okay, then even if you don't pressed the second button or third button, still your mobile charge will start. After that, even if you have entered the valid input, still it is telling us that please enter a valid input. Okay, so see, break statements are important because every case is meant for dedicated task, right? When you, or let's suppose if I open this thing, see here, every button is meant for the dedicated task, right? If you are pressing the button 1, then it should start only fan, or it should not start like your TV or your mixer or your mobile or your laptop, right? So you have to give that statement like break, so that it will just perform the dedicated start. Whatever task you have assigned to each option or each button, only that should be happen. Okay, so now if you go here, you have to write the break always in the each case, otherwise all the statements will get executed. Okay, so here just keep break, here also just keep the break, save and execute. Now you will get the result as a TV, because you have passed here the case as a TV. Now if you pass something else, maybe 3, save this and execute, then you will get the case 3. See here, in the case 3 we have written the mobile, so maybe here you will get the output as a mobile. Are we clear with the switch statement? Any confusion? Everyone clear, right? Okay, now see, in the switch statement, okay, in the switch statement you can pass the integer value and you can pass the character value as well. Okay, so now here we have created the int variable. So now instead of integer, if you want to pass the character value, then also it will allow. Okay, so how we can do that? Let's suppose here I want to pass the character thing, so char, and here I will write option, and here maybe option B I want to pass. Okay, so now this option we can pass as an input here. Now in the case, okay, so this is a label, right? 1 2 3 4, then this label also we need to modify. So here it will be in the character. Now A, then maybe for the 2 I will write B, for the 3 I will write C. Okay, now if we save, then here we have passed the option as a B, so your B case will get matched and this TV will get printed. Okay, so this is the another point about the switch. You can pass the integer and character. So now let's suppose if we pass the double or maybe float, see here, it will not allow. It will say incompatible type. Only allowed type in the switch are integer and character. Okay, so here let's pass option, save and execute. Now if you execute, you will see the output as a TV. See here, TV, right? Clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.